Yo, what is up, guys? This is ZeGamerBoy, and welcome to revival slash update of my life, part 27 of the 27 that have happened, it seems like, when it comes to me stopping recording and resuming recording and the constant cycle that seems to be. But yeah, I'm still here, once again, as I say in the beginning of all these videos. But yeah, been away since January. Not my initial intent at all, because I had actually been in a very good groove of uploading videos on the channel, and then of course life does its thing. I had vacations, and I had seeing family, and I had other things that I'll go over in this video as well. But again, getting back to a point where I want to start uploading again. I want to start interacting with you guys. I want to start having fun with video games on my channel once again and just get the ball rolling so then from here we can just keep running rather than having to reset over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So when I was uploading in January, a lot of Five Nights at Freddy's, which I want to try to return to, not gonna lie. I want to finish it. I just don't know where it's gonna come in the scheme of my plan that I want to go. I'm honestly just like hoping to get things on the channel, and I'm gonna use this video as kind of a stepping stone to give you guys a heads up. I want to start uploading next week. Today is Tuesday, where this is getting created and uploaded and all that stuff. I'm hoping that I'm gonna be posting videos again Monday, giving myself plenty of like wiggle room, leeway, whatever, to be able to actually post content for you guys on the channel. Have plenty of entertaining stuff because there's a lot of things that I have recorded. I just haven't sat down and edited them in months. So that's something I am going to end up doing and will be doing. So I had all those uploads, and then I had vacation. I went to Vegas for a weekend with a bunch of buddies. A lot of fun. Really a little bit different than I thought it was going to be. I mean, of course, there's all the people that are walking on the streets, there's the slots, there's the sports betting, all that stuff, but it was interesting how grandiose some sections of Vegas were, but then how in a way like a little bit tattered the other portions were. But there's also two different dynamics that were really interesting that kind of fed off each other. You got this new world style also going back to something that was before, and we explored both sections, had a lot of fun. We went to like many restaurants. We went to the malls that were there. Got to have my first exposure to like Wagyu steak on a breakfast sandwich, which kind of indulged. But I mean, you went in Vegas, right? But yeah, I had that, and then I just had a long segment of me transitioning positions, going from one portion of my company into another, and changing locations and just getting used to that whole aspect of my life, getting to know my coworkers a little bit more, and reintegrating myself into, again, just a new dynamic. And the whole work dynamic that I've got is very good. I enjoy my coworkers that I have. Have had a couple of different changes when it comes to management and like all that. But it is good. It's very busy and can be very draining, which is another reason why I haven't been uploading that much. Just because of the impact that life can have on an individual, because it can definitely be very sapping, and you don't really understand that fully until you're really out there on your own and you're working over and over again, doing the long days at work, just having a lot of interactions, especially in customer service, which I'm working in. And like I said, I'm really enjoying everything that I've been going through so far. It's just I haven't had enough of a kick to start doing this again. But now, like I said, I want to get this running, and I think it's time to get it running. And then recently, about 3 weeks back, I went on another vacation. Went to Raleigh, North Carolina, which was absolutely fantastic. Went out there with a few of my friends, and it was gorgeous. It was just a long road trip, 12 hours out, 12 hours back. Driving through, it was 5 different states, I believe, because we started in Wisconsin, going through like the Midwest of Illinois, Indiana, going through Ohio. So actually, ended up going through 7 or 8 states, to get to North Carolina. Once we got to like West Virginia, it was crazy how it went from Ohio to like rolling mountains and just lush greens, because like the whole temperature and climate is so different than what we have in the Midwest right now. We're getting greener outside, but it was so drastically different. And you get into North Carolina and you're literally surrounded by green trees everywhere. It's so natural out there in comparison to any other place that I've ever been to. And it was absolutely, it was, again, just gorgeous. And it was cool being in Raleigh and exploring, going to the top of like one of the biggest buildings there and just looking out and literally being in the city, but it's all enveloped in green when it comes to trees. And that was super, super cool to look and see, and just explore another new culture, see how things are so different from there than what we know in the Midwest, or what I know in the Midwest. Got to have ramen for the first time, which is kind of catering to my inner anime guy and Naruto and all that stuff. That was really cool. And I had like wine tastings and stuff like that. But it was just fun getting out, enjoying warm weather when we hadn't had warm weather yet, and just being with friends. It was a really good time. But all that ended up at the end of my trip when I got back from there. I ended up also getting COVID for the first and only time that I've had it. And that was around a time where like I got back from Raleigh. I'm like, okay, reset button, time to do the channel stuff. And then I was sidelined for a week with the virus. I'm okay. It didn't really impact me that much, which is really, really good, because I know it has sidelined a lot of people when they get it every now and then. It's also just very dependent on the person and how they respond, not respond, I don't know what responding is, but how they respond to the virus. And I was lucky enough there was only 1.5 days where it really kicked my ass, where I just like had a ridiculous like headache all day, major congestion, achy limbs, sore throat. I lost my sense of smell for a good 1.5 days, 2 days, which really sucked because I like my candles and such like that. I've got one burning, so it wouldn't be a good idea for me to grab the burning glass. Might burn my hand. But I like candles, and it was kind of rough where I went to Raleigh and I just bought a new candle and I started burning my candle and I realized I couldn't smell it. So that was really frustrating, and then it like also dulled my taste a little bit, but all of that is back to normal again, which I'm very thankful for, because I don't know how I'd be able to react if I didn't have my sense of taste or smell for an extended period of time, because I know a few people that had COVID that literally didn't have those senses for a good month, maybe even more, which is awful. Like, I wouldn't want to subject myself or anybody to that, because it's just, you're so used to having that ability and all of a sudden it's gone, which is crazy that a sickness can do that. But now I'm fine. I haven't had symptoms for a good 2.5 weeks now, which is good. And I'm kicking, I'm doing well. But if anybody, just from my own personal experience, just throwing it out there, not telling you anything to do, but if you do feel like you might have symptoms of COVID, just any kind of inkling, or you know somebody that had and you have some kind of suspicions, just play it safe and like get tested. Like, I'm not saying, like, I do believe in getting the vaccine and everything like that, but if that's not for you, that's your choice. But just get tested if you do think you might have it, just because of how it can impact everybody around you. That was something that was really weighing on me when I did have it. Like, I was sick. I've got 2 roommates. I went out to dinner before I had any symptoms or anything for my buddy's birthday, and just the thought of me possibly sidelining like coworkers, friends, like any of those people in my life, just affecting them in a negative fashion, was definitely something that was heavily weighing on me. And I'm sure it'd be something similar to other people if they were to actually get somebody sick and possibly severely get somebody sick because of it. So I just want to say be careful, because if it is something that can be fatal for some. So just play it safe. But that's my last thing that I'm going to say about that. Structuring for the channel, I have no clue what I'm going to do from here. This is going to be one of those things where I just want to start posting stuff on the channel to get content out there and to entertain you guys. One that I've been talking about all year before I had this update video, I do intend to start doing Elden Ring. I recently beat the game, which was really, really good. I absolutely loved it. I'm debating whether or not it's my favorite From Software game. I've played all of them, and it's very, very high up there. It's just honestly mingling between three, between Sekiro as well as Bloodborne, because Bloodborne's my number one, but I'm also not sure if it might have overtaken it. I kind of have jumped back in, and after I've beaten it, I've been doing other miscellaneous things around the world just because there is so much to do. It is absolutely incredible. This is like the most time that I've invested in a single runtime of a game, because I literally put in like 96 hours to the completion of the game, and that was just me like running around and just finding a bunch of holes everywhere and leveling up my character and just finding as much as I could possibly see, and experiencing as much as I possibly can, just because of how vast everything is. It's incredible how much you can see, and I'm pretty sure that there's still so much that I haven't encountered in the game after playing hundreds of hours, which is absolutely phenomenal and fantastic. And it's crazy that they were able to develop a game with so many layers and also borrow from so many of their previous games to create. It's literally a masterpiece. It has some bugs, as any games nowadays have bugs, because they just have the ability to iron them out later. But if you haven't played it, I check it out. Also, you're going to be able to witness it on my channel as well, because I've already been recording stuff. I'm getting it ready. That's going to be probably the first video that I end up posting next week. But I also have recordings for games like Poppy Playtime, that I will be uploading both Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. And then also just getting Five Nights at Freddy's finished on the channel, because it's been sitting here for so long and I just haven't done anything with it. But yeah, those are just a few things that I do want to finish / place on the channel. And then from there, there's so many games that have been coming out this year that I do want to dabble with. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, what you want to see on the channel gaming-wise. Of course, there will be things that I will shoot down, because I don't want to maybe cater to a norm, but I wouldn't be opposed to trying new things out. And just throw your ideas down in the comments. Anything that you're curious about or whatever, just let me know. I also do want to try to bring back Thursday 30-minute snippet, because I did fall away from that, especially since I haven't uploaded it like consistently in 2 years, just in general. So Thursday 30-minute snippets, I've bought so many games from 2022 and have been playing so many games from 2022 that I would love to share my experiences with you guys on those games. And probably like mix up the formula that I've had from before, because a lot of the times where I do the Thursday 30-minute snippet, it's one of those things where I'm playing it from the beginning of the game and then going forward. But I think I want to kind of get into the meat of the game and show really strong mechanics for those games, and like cool areas and whatnot, and just kind of live in the moment with you when I'm playing those games. Of course, it's going to be dependent on the game in general, but I do want to share games with you from 2022 to possibly entice you into looking at them. Granted, it's coming from a relatively slim lens, considering I have my PlayStation 5, and I have a little bit of limited variety. Granted, I have my computer too, but there's also limited games for PC that I can play, because some of them are Xbox exclusive, but most of them are compatible for everybody. But just again, that's just an idea, and there's a lot of things that I want to do. And there's a lot of things that I want to try to build off later. But first, I just want to have consistency with my uploads, and then we'll have some fun later on. So once I have like a few months where I'm consistently uploading and entertaining you guys and getting you guys re-engaged, because I haven't been engaged into the YouTube platform, and I want to do that for you guys and have fun with you guys and interact with you guys, because that's one of the things that I've loved the most about videos. Like, I was going back through some of my videos, like my Minecraft series, and that was one of the ones that was like the most engaging, where people were like, they were commenting very frequently. And granted, I only put 2 videos up, but it was cool being able to like actually interact with you guys and get full feedback and whatnot. So I would like to get back into that and be able to interact with you, because it's something I really miss, and I do miss you guys quite a bit, and I think about it all the time. And like I said, I'm ready to just get moving again, because this is something that I've wanted to do for a very long time, and the best way to do it is literally just doing it and not making excuses and editing videos and segmenting side aside, time aside, segmenting aside time. I don't know. I just was mixing things together, but just to do it. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update. So again, you can expect to see me again next week. I'll say Monday. Just give myself a deadline so I can have something on the channel then. I don't really know how my recording schedule is going to be from there. But I do want to make sure that I have a good sample size of product that I can put on the channel, and that it's going to be the best possible thing, and then we can run from there. But excited to see you guys again. Excited to see you in my videos in the comments section and hear from you. And I hope you're all well. Stay safe out there. Be smart. But this is ZeGamerBoy. Love you guys, and I'll see you Monday in the next video. So, peace out, guys.